interpret KVL and KCL? Can someone say what is? Can someone clearly say what is Kirchhoff voltage law? Kishore ji, are you there? Kishore, Kalai Selvi,
Yes, sir.
what is Kirchhoff voltage law? Yes, your understanding. I need your understanding. What do you understand from Kirchhoff's voltage law?
So the voltage input which we gave is equal to the voltage output which come out of the circuit.
Yes. So effectively, if you add all the voltage, it will be equal to zero, correct?
Yes, sir.
So it is okay. Thank you. And Kirchhoff's current law,
Uh,
Lakshana, sorry. Yeah.
yes, sir. The algebraic sum of incoming current is equal to the sum of outgoing current.
Yes. What is coming should go out. Nothing excess or nothing short. Okay. So thank you. And
Yes, sir.
these two laws will are other forms of law of conservation of energy, as I told you. Okay, and the Kirchhoff voltage law is applied for loop or mesh, and Kirchhoff current law is applied for node. And when you apply Kirchhoff voltage law, current is going to be same. The same current is going to flow through all the series components, and the voltage is going to be additive. When you are going to apply Kirchhoff current law, the current is going to be additive. The current is going to split across many components, and the voltage is going to be same. So these are the basics you should remember while you are going to apply KVL and KCL. And I told you we have to remember two conventions when you are going to deal with electronic circuits. What are the two conventions I told you? Can anybody say what are the two conventions we assume when we deal with
In the
electronic
circuit,
circuits?
if the current goes through negative to positive, should be there in to that also.
Yes, if the current is flowing from negative to positive, the voltage is assumed to be
Positive.
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 positive. And the reverse case, if it is going from plus to minus, it is assumed to be
Negative.
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 negative. One condition is okay. What is the second thing? What is the second thing I told you to remember? Always current flows. Always the direction of current is assumed
Current
to
is
be
same in series circuit.
no. Current is
The
assumed to
current
be
entering is
Positive to
positive
negative.
and
Entering
receiving is
is
negative.
positive. Leaving is
the current and battery. What is the direction? Always the current is going to flow towards or away from the battery.
Away. Away.
Away from the battery.
Yes, the current is going to always flow away from the source. So these two things don't forget. See, the first point is always valid, and second point, if the current direction is not given, you ensure that the current direction you put is always away from the source. But if current direction is given in the question itself, don't worry. With that direction, whatever polarity you write, apply KVL for that. Okay. So first rule, what I said from plus to minus and minus to plus, it is always going to work. Second rule, current is going to flow away from the source. That condition I said, right? That you can apply when the current direction is not given to you. If the current direction is given in the question, then you follow that direction. Okay. So with that, we'll do our first problem in see, I have shown a circuit. I think you could see a circuit here. It has 15-volt source, but DC voltage, and four resistors are in series: 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, and 4 ohm. See the question: find the voltage across each resistor and the current delivered by the source. So current direction is given here. So with that, I'm going to mark plus minus first. So see the 1 ohm resistor, entering node is positive, leaving node is negative. 2 ohm, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. So voltage is developed across all the resistors, and all the resistors are in series because same current is flowing. And inside the battery also you see current is flowing from minus to plus. So if I apply Kirchhoff's voltage law here, what is the sign I will get for 15 volt?
positive,
It
sir.
is plus
Plus
15.
15 volt.
Positive.
Plus
It is
15,
plus
sir.
15. Yes, because the current is flowing inside the battery from minus to plus. And what about for all the four resistors? Assume voltage across 1 ohm is V1, V2, V3, V4. So what is the polarity of V1?
Negative.
Negative, sir.
Negative,
So
sir.
it is minus V1. See here the sign. Same way for V2, it is minus V2. For
Negative.
V3, V3 it is minus V3. For V4 it is minus V4. As Kirchhoff's voltage law says, the algebraic sum of voltage is going to be equal to 0. So I add everything and put equal to 0. So now I can rearrange this. So I can write 15 equal to all these things. And you have to apply the Ohm's law. What is V1? Voltage across 1 ohm. So by Ohm's law, you know V is equal to IR, right? So what is V1 equal to? I into 1. V2 is I into 2. V3 is I into 3. V4 is I into 4. And I use the same I because in series, the current is going to be same. Okay, in series, the current is going to be same. You could have seen decoration serial bulbs available as a long wire, right? So you will have small LEDs along all the wires. So they are all in series because same current is flowing. If one bulb or one wire is cut, the entire strip will not glow because current needs a closed path for traveling. Okay, so that is the concept of elements in series. So here all the elements are in series, so same current is going to enter and come out of the element. So my current is going to be same. So you can add. So you get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10i. So I get the value of current as 1.5 amperes. So the current delivered by the source is going to be this 15 volt is going to deliver 1.5 amps of current. So one part of question is over. What is the current delivered by the source? The next one, what is the voltage across each resistor? Individually find. The voltage across 1 ohm is going to be V1. Ohm's law. See, everything, when you come to the detailed steps, we'll go back to Ohm's law only. So Ohm's law is going to be used everywhere. So V1 equal to I into R. And resistance value is 1 ohm here. V2 equal to I into R. Resistance value is 2 ohms. Same way 3 ohms, 4 ohms. So you find the voltage across all the resistors. I get the answer as 1.5, 3, 4.5, and 6. If you add all the voltages, what will you get? 1.5 plus 3, 4.5. 4.5 plus 4.5, 9. 9 plus 6, 15. And what is this 15 actually?
Source
It
voltage.
is the total voltage applied by your source. So KVL is getting obeyed. So law of conservation of energy is obeyed. So if 15 volt is being supplied to the circuit, 15 volt will be divided across all the elements of the circuit. Nowhere we can get 14 volt or 16 volt as the answer if you add. It will be exactly equal to 15 volt. Is this problem clear to anyone? How to apply KVL? Anybody is having doubt
Yes.
here? This is a basic problem. This is the basic problem on how you apply KVL inside a circuit. Anybody is having doubts or queries, please get it clarified now itself. Again, I repeat two things. One, direction of current. Second one, polarity convention. Plus to minus, minus to plus. If you remember these two things correctly, you can solve any problem easily in BW. Anybody is having queries?
Sir,
Is it
I
clear,
have
right?
doubts, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, is this the same for the capacitors and inductors, sir?
No, that we will deal. We'll deal that separately. This is we are going to see now only for DC circuit. DC means I'll be having resistors and DC voltage and current only. Okay.
Okay.
For now, we are going to deal only with resistive circuits. The concept is going to be same, but the formulas for inductor we will be using omega L. For capacitor we'll be using 1 by omega C. So when omega comes, you have to use an AC source. So all those things will come at the later stage when we are very strong with the basics of DC. First, we'll see DC and resistive circuit. Then we'll slowly go into AC circuit. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have seen a loop. So I am going to apply KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law. Now we are going to see apply KCL. We'll see a basic example how we are going to apply Kirchhoff current law. So see this problem. I have 5 amperes current source and I have two resistors in parallel, 10 ohm and 5 ohm. See the question. Find the current through each resistor. So I'm going to find the current through 10 ohm and the current through 5 ohm. And you see that things are in parallel. The components are in parallel. So definitely you have a node here. I told you, right? A node means it is a meeting point of two or more branches. So 1, 2, 3. 3 branches are meeting here. So this is going to be my node. And you know that whenever you have a node, you are going to apply Kirchhoff current law, KCL. So I'm going to assume the direction of current through 10 ohms as I1 like this, and the direction of current through 5 ohm as I2 like this. So 5 amperes is coming. It is getting split into I1 and I2. I don't know what is I1 and I2. So if the resistances are going to be exactly same, then the currents will be equally split. Correct? If 5 amperes is coming, it will equally split into 2.5 and 2.5. But since the resistances, the values are going to be different, I cannot exactly say what is I1 and I2 initially. So I have to apply KCL and find the values of I1 and I2. Okay. So this is going to be my node. And this is going to be my node. Going to apply KCL. And as your friend said, the sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. At this node, what is the incoming current? What is the incoming current?
I.
Only 5? Are you sure the incoming current is only 5? Is it only 5?
Yes, sir.
I will confuse you. You have to be strong in your statements. Is it only 5 or you have one more current which is entering the node?
Only 5, sir.
It is only 5. What are the currents leaving the node? How many currents are leaving the node?
2 currents, I1 and I2.
2, sir.
Two currents.
I1 and I2.
I1 and
I1 and I2. So what should be your KCL equation? Naveen Kumar, what should be your KCL equation? Naveen Kumar, you are there?
Yes, sir.
What should be the KCL equation at the
I
node?
is I equal to I1 plus I2, sir.
Yes, good. That's what I've written here. I is equal to I1 plus I2. And remember, in parallel, the components are in parallel. The current is going to be different. Voltage is going to be same. I told you an example for this, right? All appliances in your home are parallelly connected. The current will be different for each component. See, your mobile phone charger requires less amount of current because the battery inside your mobile phone is very small. If you give very heavy current, the battery will burst. Your fridge requires high current. Your AC requires very high current. Your mixie requires medium current. TV requires less current. So you see each element is having different current requirement. So that is possible only when you connect all the components in parallel. So remember, in parallel, voltage is going to be same. The currents are going to be different. So I is equal to I1 plus I2. And you know I is going to be 5 amperes. So I is equal to, and to find I1 I2, we have to go back to Ohm's law. What is I from Ohm's law? What is I from Ohm's law?
V by R.
V by R.
V by R.
V by R. What should be I1? V by
V
10.
by R1.
Yes,
V
V by R1. R1 is going to be 10. And what is I2?
V by 5.
V by R2.
I use the same V because the elements are in parallel. Be clear. In the previous example, I used the same I because the current is same. In this case, because the elements are in parallel, I'm going to use the same voltage V. So now you can take V outside, V into 1 by 10 plus 1 by 5, LCM, simplify. So you get V into 3 by 10. So finally you get V is equal to 50 by 3 volt. For now, you can listen, and after the end of the day, what you should do, you should download the material and you should solve these problems again and see to check whether the answer what I got is correct or not. Okay, for now, please understand the concept very well. Be attentive and see what I'm projecting and learn that very well. And at the end of the day, you can again repeat the same by solving and cross-checking your answers. So we have got the voltage 50 by 3 volt. But what is the question? Find the current through each resistor. So you know, current through the resistor 10 ohm is given by Ohm's law. By Ohm's law, I1 is equal to V by R. V is 50 by 3. R is 10. So I get 5 by 3 amperes. I2 is equal to V by R. 50 by 3, 5. I get 10 by 3 amperes. If you add both, you will get equal to 5 amperes, which is going to be your total supplied current. 5 by 3 plus 10 by 3 is 15 by 3. 15 by 3 is 5 amperes. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So KCL is obeyed. So total current what you give is getting okay. Any doubts? Any doubts how to apply KCL?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Is everything clear to everyone on the meeting? Even if you have slightest doubt or simplest doubt or weirdest doubt, please ask me. Don't hesitate. These are basics. Once you are able to understand this, things will be very, very easy for you. So don't fear that if you ask a basic doubt, others will criticize you. No, only when you ask doubts, you grow. Everybody is your friend in this meeting, right? So they will not think anything bad about you. So please, any basic doubts you have, please ask immediately. Okay? Is it clear? Shall we go to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, the real essence of electronic circuit starts when you solve problems. It gets more and more interesting. Now see here. Yes. See this circuit. You have 50-volt source. You have 1 2 ohm resistor. You have 1 2 ohm 4 ohm resistor in parallel. You have 1 3 6 9 ohm resistor in parallel, and everything. See this combination, and this combination all are in series, but individually inside they are parallel. I think you are able to feel the difference, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And KVL, no, sir.
No,
You need to use KCL and KVL for this question, no, sir.
yes. We'll see what we are going to find. Based on that, we will see what law we are going to apply. Find the current and voltage across each resistor. Yes. So as you said, we have to apply both, because for finding voltage across each resistor, we'll be using KVL. For finding the current across each resistor, I'm going to use KCL. So we'll be employing both. So first, what I'm doing, I'm going to designate, since the resistors are in parallel, you have a lot of components, right? So I'm going to designate them, give naming convention to them. So I'm going to name this 2 ohm as RA. I'm going to name this 2 ohm parallel to 4 ohm, this combination, as RB. And I'm going to name this 3 ohm parallel to 6 ohm parallel to 9 ohm totally together by the name RC. And the voltage across all these are going to be VA, VB, and VC. See, when I'm going to apply KVL, I want only series components. I can apply KVL in loop where things are in series. But here in the circuit, what you are seeing, there are parallel components also. So I'm going to assume this entire parallel component to be a single component RP. Okay. So now first I will simplify what is RA, RB, and RC. So RA, you know, it is directly 2 ohm, and RB is 2 ohm parallel to 4 ohms. And you know how to simplify parallel circuits, R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. I think that formula is known to everyone, right? Resistance in parallel.
Yes, sir.
Two resistance in parallel.
Yes, sir.
So same thing. So 2 parallel to 4 is 2 into 4 by 2 plus 4. So the answer is 8 by 3 ohm. It is 8 by 6 or 4 by 3 ohm. And last one, you see, all the three are in parallel. 3 parallel to 6 parallel to 9. You cannot do it directly. So first find the parallel combination of these two, 3 parallel to 6, and then with that answer, 2 parallel to 9. So I got the answer as 18. Okay. So first I'm simplifying all these resistor groups, because when I'm going to apply KVL, I'm going to have only 3 distinct series components. So now apply KVL. So if you apply KVL, what will you get? I want the answer from Kapilan. Kapilan, are you there? Mr. Kapilan, are you there on the meeting? Kapilan, after lunch, have you slept? Kumaran, are you there? Kapilan, you are there? Yes, good. Can you apply KVL to the circuit what I have shown? The current direction and voltages are given. Can you apply KVL to this loop? What is the sign for 50? Kapilan only will answer. Others cross check. What is the sign for 50?
V, voltage.
No. What is the sign? You put plus 50 or minus 50?
Plus 50.
How you say plus 50?
Sir, minus 2 plus, sir.
Yes, because the current is going from minus to plus inside the battery, so it is plus 50. Very good. Next, plus 50. Then what is the second voltage?
So plus 2 minus, sir.
What is the minus? What is the voltage there? I have written here. See here. What is the voltage there? I'm showing it to you now. What is the voltage there? VA. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So 50 minus VA for the second component. Again plus 2 minus. What is the sign?
Minus.
So minus VB. What is the third component? Again plus 2 minus. So what is the sign?
minus VC.
So அப்படியே சொல்லு, say it continuously. 50 say add all the things.
50 minus 2
minus 50 minus what is the voltage?
2 sir. Minus 2.
2 is your resistance bar. Now voltage கேக்குறேன். 2 ohms resistance. I'm asking voltage. நான் எழுதிருக்கேன் மேல. What is above? I have written 2 volt. 2 ohm.
Yes.
You told it correctly, but why you are getting confused? No, 50 minus VA, then minus VB,
minus VC.
minus VC equal to what?
0.
Equal to 0. Yes, good. See here, I have written directly 50 minus VA minus VB minus VC equal to 0. So 50 is equal to, yes, you can mute yourself. Thank you, Kapilan.
Yes sir.
So 50 equal to VA plus VB plus VC. How to find VA, VB, VC? Ohm's law. What is VA? I into R. I into RA. What is VB? I into RB. What is VC? I into RC. And you know the values of RA, RB, and RC. Substitute that. Finally, you can find the value of current. Current is approximately 10 amperes I get. Any doubt in this applying KVL? It is very simple. As the circuit looks very big, but actually it is very simple. If you know how to properly handle resistance, it is very, very simple. If anybody is having doubt till computing I, what is I?
So this 10 amperes is for the entire circuit, right, sir? It's
Yes,
not
it is
only for the
the-
resistor, no?
It is the current delivered by your voltage source, to be
Oh.
simple. Okay. And now is our question solved? Find the current and voltage across each resistor. So I have got the total current flowing through my circuit. So first I will be finding what is the voltage across each component. So what is the voltage VA? So VA is equal to IA into RA. So it is 20 volt. VB is equal to IB into RB. It is 10 into 4 by 3. It is 40 by 3 volt. VC equal to IC into RC. It is 10 into 18 by 11. It is 180 by 11 volt. So this is the individual voltage across each of the resistor branches. So once I know the individual voltage, I can find the current. The voltage across the first resistor is same because it's a single resistor. So the answer is 20 ohms. But see here, voltage across this entire branch is going to be 40 by 3. And what is the effect of voltage when the resistors are in parallel? How is voltage when the resistances are in parallel?
Remain same.
Equal, sir.
Remain same, sir. Same, sir.
It won't
It's
change.
so it's 40 by 3. Yes, it's 40 by 3 is same for 4 ohm and 2 ohm. Are you all accepting that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
And same way VC 180 by 11 volt is appearing across all these resistors 3 ohm, 6 ohm, and 9 ohm. So now you know voltage across each resistor and you also know the resistance value. Now I can find I using the formula I is equal to V by R. See
Yes.
here, that's what the last step I'm doing. I across 2 ohm is going to be VB by R. VB by R is 2 ohm, so you get 20 by 3. I across 4 ohm is VB by 4. It is 40 by 3 by 4. It is 10 by 3. And I across in RC, you have the 3 currents flowing like this. See, if you see that circuit, you are going to apply KVL for the outermost loop, and inside each parallel branch, I'm going to apply KCL. That is what we have done. So this problem is going to take care of both KVL and KCL. If anybody is having doubt here, we have seen both the assumptions here. In series, current is same. In parallel, voltage is same. So both the things we applied together in the same problem, and we have got all the parameters. Any doubt in this problem? See, problems can be big. Appearance wise, they may be big, but if you're strong in your fundamentals, things will break down to very, very easy terms. Any
Sir.
doubt in this problem? Yes.
Sir, which we will use KCL, which will use KVL? So which?
See, here we have used both. We have used KVL first and found out the current, and for finding individual current, we use KCL. So we have used both.
Okay,
We
sir.
have used both. So you cannot say for this circuit only I will use KCL, for this circuit only I will use KVL. That cannot be said. See, if all the components are connected in series means you can use KVL only there. If all the components are in parallel means you can use KCL only there. If you
Okay,
have
sir.
combination of both series and parallel elements, definitely you have to use both the laws inside your circuit.
Okay,
See,
sir.
first example, all were in series, so we use KVL. Second example, you
Okay,
see
sir.
all are in parallel, we use KCL. Now you see we have combination
Both.
of series and parallel, so I use KVL as well as KCL.
Okay, sir.
Anybody is still having queries in this problem? See, these are very basic problems, and if you're able to understand them, how to apply KVL, KCL, then going forward, even the biggest problems or toughest problems will seem simple to you. I can assure you that. Okay, we'll see the next one. Find the current and voltage across all the resistors, same way. So we'll see this is your problem. So see here, the circuit is given, you have a current source, and all the elements are in parallel, and within the parallel elements, you have elements in series. It is the reverse of the previous problem. Previous problem, you see, all the elements were in series, and within them you had elements in parallel. But now you see, all the elements are in parallel. Within them you have elements in series. So, will you apply only KVL or will you apply only KCL? What will you apply? What will you apply?
Both, sir. Both.
We have,
Both, sir.
yes, we have to apply both. We have to apply both. So first, since it is a current source, so I'll be first marking the current. So 10 amperes is coming. Definitely it has to split across all the series. So I'm going to take the current as I1, I2, I3. And the same way, this resistance I'm marking it as RA. The series combination I'm marking it as RB. This series combination I'm marking it as RC. So RA is 5 ohms. RB is, in series resistance get added. So RB is 5 plus 15, 20 ohms. And RC is going to be 2 plus 3 plus 5. 2 plus 3 plus 5. So it is going to be 10 ohms.
10 ohm.
And yes. So first, what law you will apply? KVL or KCL? KVL or KCL?
KCL, sir.
Yes,
Find the voltage.
KCL. How?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. That we'll first apply KCL here. What makes you say that we will apply KCL first? Kumar, yes. Yes, current gets divided. And another thing, whenever you see a current source, we'll naturally, the current source always correlates to KCL. I told you C for C, right? The current source means we'll apply KCL. Voltage source means apply KVL. So that if you go with that correlation, since you have a current source here, so it is ideal to apply KCL first. So what is the incoming current? Muthukumar, you are there? Muthukumar?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you apply KCL to this circuit? What is the incoming current?
Sir, 10.
Okay, on how many currents are outgoing?
10. Sir, outgoing will be 9, sir. For
No. I am
each
asking from the diagram, you say how many currents are branching out. One current is coming, and how many currents are getting splitted?
3, sir.
3. What are the 3?
Sir, that RA.
The current have the names, right? So what are the current names they have given you? I'm showing it to you. See, I2 and
I2, I3, sir.
I3. So by KCL, what is the statement of KCL? Incoming current equal to outgoing current. So what is the incoming current? 10. Correct? So 10 equal to what? 10 equal to what?
10 equal to I1 plus I2 plus I2 plus I3, sir.
Good. That's what I've written here. You can mute yourself. Thank you. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I have taken I and 10 are same. So 10 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. How to find I1, I2, I3? Go back to Ohm's law. I is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. In that branch, corresponding resistance value you use. In this branch, the resistance value is RA. In this branch, resistance value is RB. In this branch, resistance value is RC. Okay. So 10 is equal to V by 5 plus V by 20 plus V by 10. And I use the same voltage here because
In
in parallel,
Parallel, sir.
voltage remains same.
yes, good. In parallel, the voltage remains same. So from this, I can find VC. This taking LCM, cross multiplying and all, I will not say because these are basics which you are thorough with that. So I'll say the final answer is 200 by 7. And you have to verify whether the 200 by 7 is correct or not by solving this problem again and seeing at the end of the day today. Okay, which you should do. So I have got what is the total voltage available across the available parallelly across all the resistors because the voltage is going to be same across all the sections. So it is going to be 200 by 7 volt. Now I can find the individual current I1, I21, I3. Again going to Ohm's law. So I1 is going to be voltage by current. So I1 is equal to V by RA. So if you simplify 40 by 7. I2 is equal to V by RB, 10 by 7. I3 is equal to V by RC, 20 by 7. So I have got the current flowing through each of the element. See, in the second element, you see resistance are in series. So same current is going to flow. So current flowing through 5 ohm and current flowing through 15 ohm are going to be same. So that is not going to change. So I have found the current flowing through each of the element. Now I am going to find what is the voltage across each element. You know that in series the voltage gets added, correct? So total voltage appearing across this RB is going to be voltage across 5 ohm plus voltage across 15 ohm. And this is going to be the statement of KVL. The algebraic sum of voltage in a loop is going to be 0. So if we consider this path, the total voltage available is V. So it will split across 5 ohm and 15 ohm. So see here, V 5 ohm is equal to I into 5. So it is 50 by 7 volts. And V 15 ohm is going to be I into 15. It's going to be 150 ohm, 150 by 7 volt. Add both. What will you get? 50 by 7 plus 150 by 7. What is the answer you get?
200 by 7.
What is 200 by 7? The voltage what you
40
got
volts.
just before. Again, you see law of conservation of voltage is obeyed. So total voltage available is getting split across 5 ohm and 15 ohm in a proportionate way. See, if the resistance value is going to be exactly same, it will be getting divided into half. It will be 100 by 7, 100 by 7. But since the resistance values are not uniform or proportional, it will be splitting accordingly. The third resistance you see, same way, V is equal to IR. So voltage across 2 ohm is I into 2, 40 by 7. Voltage across 3 ohm is I into 3, 60 by 7. Voltage across 5 ohm is I into 5, 100 by 7. Again, if you add everything, 40 plus 60 plus 100. So you get your total voltage 200 volts, 200 by 7 volt. Is this problem clear? See, I am just giving all these probable type of combination of resistors in series, parallel, just to make one thing clear. In series, the resistance is going to be additive and current is going to be same. In parallel, the current is going to split and voltage is going to be same. So if you are thorough on these two logic, however people try to confuse you by giving confusing resistor circuits, you will not get confused. You will be applying KVL and KCL very, very easily. Any queries? You can ask now.
I have doubts, sir.
Last one. Yes, please ask your query.
In the last sum, I have doubts.
Last sum means the sum which I am now or the previous one?
Yes, sir.
Sum?
Sir, yes, sir. In that you
Yes,
have in that I have got 825 by something you have got and rounded off, sir. Right.
Yes, 825 by 82 I would have got. Yes.
Can we round off that?
No, it is actually 10.00. It was the decimal point was having a lot of zeros after the number. The answer was having this zeros after number of decimal points. So I just made it as 10. See, usually we won't approximate. Approximation means we will approximate to 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place, we'll actually approximate our answer if the digits after decimal place are continuously occurring.
Okay. Thank you.
2 decimal place, it is allowed. Okay. 10.251 means I'll make it as 10.25. 10.257 means I'll make it as 10.26. So that rounding off and all you should know, you will know, right? Above 5, if it comes, you will round off to the nearest integer. Below 5 means you will have the same integer. So those rules are going to be same. Any queries?
No, sir.
See, these problems, 4 problems, what we have seen 4 things. We have seen Ohm's law basics. We have seen resistors in series, resistance in parallel, application of KVL, application of KCL. We have seen all the 5 things in all the 4 problems what we have seen so far. Is it fine? Are you feeling comfortable in the subject now?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, even if in this forum, if you are feeling shy to ask doubt, no issues. You can mail to me, or you can private to me in WhatsApp, or you can post in the classroom privately to me. Any doubt you have, please clarify then and there. Today's portion, go and read today. Any doubts, immediately get it clarified. Because if it carries over to the next day, it will accumulate, and at the end of the day, you will feel it very, very confusing. Okay? So next one is star to delta conversion. Star to delta conversion. So this circuit is a star network. So it looks like inverted Y, right? Called as a star network, or sometimes it is denoted by Y. And this network is a delta. So it looks like a triangle. So it is called as a delta network. See, sometimes when you're the previous problems, we could exactly find the resistances were in series or parallel, correct? So you can apply KVL and KCL easily. But when you have structures like star and delta, you cannot clearly apply that series and parallel formula that easily. But when you convert from either star to delta or from delta to star, the series and parallel logic can be easily applied. So for that reason only, we are going to study what is a star network and what is a delta network. And if I convert from star to delta, what will be the value of resistance? If I convert from delta to star, what is the value of resistance here? See, any difference you find between the two diagrams? Any difference you find between the two diagrams? One particular striking difference is there. What?
So the resistors in the star diagram are marked RA, RB, RC.
Okay,
Delta
fine.
diagram RA, RAB, RAC.
Okay, good. Appearance, value wise, they are different. Then anything else?
Sir,
Anything
is
else?
connected to
Yes.
one in first diagram, and in this one, each resistor is connected to 2 nodes.
Okay, or I can say in a star, the resistors share a common node, but in delta, the resistance are connected between across 2 nodes. Can I say it that way?
Yes, sir.
In star, this node is common to all resistors, but in delta, the resistors are always between the 2 nodes. In RAB means between A and B. RAC means between A and C. RBC means between B and C. But here you see RA is between A and this node. This node we call it as ground or neutral. So RA means between A and ground. RB means between B and ground. RC means between C and ground. So when you have resistances in this fashion called star or Y, sometimes the circuit simplification you cannot proceed further. So in that case, what we will do, we'll convert the star to delta. Now, after converting to delta, you can simplify the circuit very easily. In some cases, you will be given delta, and if with this delta you cannot proceed further. So in that case, what we do, if we convert this delta into star, my circuit simplification becomes simple. So that's why we are studying about the star to delta and delta to star conversion. See, the derivation for converting delta and delta to Y is not required for you. Just remember the formula alone. The first one we are going to see delta to star transformation. Delta to star means delta is known to you. We are going to find the unknown values RA, RB, and RC. So delta is known means RA RAB is known, RAC is known, RBC is known. So my goal is to find what is RA, RB, and RC. See, for the conventions, don't change it. Always in star, remember, resistance will have single suffix. For delta, resistance will have two suffix. So if you change it, then it will be confusing. We are going to follow this notation only in star to delta and delta to star conversion. See the formula, you say the first one, you can write the formula by yourself for the second one. See, these three are known. I'm going to find RA. Okay. See, at A, at the junction A in delta, what are the two resistance available?
RAB and RAC.
So we have to use those two. See the expression RAB into RAC divided by add all the resistance. That's all. Is it clear how to convert from delta to star? See, delta means this triangle is available. So if you are going to find this, you are going to first find RA means you have to look at node A. In node A, two resistance available are RAB into RAC. So multiply them divided by addition of all. See here RAB into RAC by RAB plus RAC plus RBC. Is this clear? Can somebody say for the next one RB Kaviyarasu? Kaviyarasu, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Can you say for RB? What is the value for RB? Seeing the diagram.
RBC RBC plus RAB divided by RAB plus
Numerator is always multiplication. So RBC
into RAB divided by
addition of all, correct?
Yes, sir.
See here, the answer is correct, right? RAB into RBC by addition of everything. You are able to understand delta to star. Kavin Karthik, are you there? Kavin Karthik?
Yes, sir.
Yes, RC. I want the answer for RC.
RAC into RBC by sum of all.
Very good. See the answer. See, this, again, I say this derivation is not there for you. We just need to know the conversion formulas alone. Anybody is having doubt in writing the formula, don't by heart or mug up them. You can draw the diagram. The diagram, exam first draw the diagram and keep from the diagram, you can write the formulas. Very simple.
Okay, sir.
How, sir, these formulas came?
That's what I said. The derivation. See, again, these formulas, you have to apply KVL and KCL and write. So you have to apply KVL and you have to apply Kirchhoff voltage law and current law in delta. You have to apply KVL and KCL in star. So if you compare the equations, you will get the answer for all the resistance. That's why I said this derivation, please, it's not required for you. So please don't worry about that. It's application of the formula only is required for us. Okay. It's clear. Delta to star is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now the reverse star to delta. See, star to delta, RA, RB, RC are known to you. I'm going to find RAB, RBC, and RAC. Okay. Now see here. I'll show you the first formula. See, RB separately add RBC equal to RB plus RC. Add them, then multiply them. Divided by, so far I did not use A, so divide by RA. Is this formula clear? How to remember the formula? RBC means B and C you have to add first, then B and C multiply, divided by, so far I did not use A, so divide by RA. RAC means I will add RA plus RC, I'll multiply RA and RC, divided by, I did not use B anywhere, so divided by B. RAB means I will add RA and RB, I will multiply RA and RB, divided by RC. Is the formulas clear? See, nowhere you need not mug up anything. If you know the logic or if you have the basic instinct and intuition on how to write the formula, how will the sequence come? It's very simple. So 6 formulas, if you mug up, definitely you cannot write it clearly in exam. But if you draw these 2 diagrams, from the diagram, you can easily write all the 6 formulas without even mugging it up. Are you all clear with The two
Yes,
sets
sir.
of three formulas.
Yes,
Star
sir.
to delta and
Yes,
delta to star. Okay, now I am going to show you a problem. You are going to do and say me the answer. You are going to say the answer here itself. So what is this network? Star or delta? What you are seeing?
Star.
Star. So I am going to convert this to delta and find the answer. So say me, you find out the answer and have it ready. I'll ask you after a minute. I'll give a minute of time for you to doing. Maybe I will show you the formula. First, you note down the diagram. You note down the values. RA is 2 ohms, or this is an diagram is not necessary. You need the values. RA is 2, RB is 3, and RC is 6. Note down the three values, and the formulas are here. Substitute in the formulas and have the answers ready. Don't say it. I'll call a person to answer.
Sir, can you show
I'll
the
show the
value?
value. I'll show the values again. 2 ohm, 3 ohm, and 6 ohm. RA is 2 ohm, RB is 3 ohm, and RC is 6 ohms. 2, 3, 6. Diagram is not required because you have the values. Diagram is just for representing it as star. Okay. 2, 3, 6. First, I need the answer for RBC, then RAC, then RAB. Have the answers ready. I'll ask you. Simple. Apply the values here. Multiply, divide, simplify. You get the answer. That's all. Moneshwar will say the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Moneshwar, you're ready with the answer?
Sir, RAB is equal to 6, sir.
RAB is
6.
6. Yes, I think I made a mistake. So it is 6 ohms. Yes. Okay, I wrote it wrongly as 8. Okay. Then R, what is your found?
RBC is 12, sir.
RBC is 12. 12.
Sir, 18, sir.
Sir, 18, sir.
18, sir.
18, sir.
18, sir.
18. Yes, I
18, sir.
got one correct. RAC finally.
RAC 12, sir.
12, sir.
12, sir.
12.
12
12.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
12,
sir.
sir.
2 plus 6 plus 12 by Sir, 3. by 3, sir. By 2.
Okay,
By 2.
okay. Yes. So I got only 1 out of 3. So the answers are, what is RBC?
18.
18, sir.
RBC, I got it correct. Okay, what is RAC?
12, sir.
12. 12.
12. And RAB is
6.
6.
6. So this will be the diagram. This will be the diagram for the delta. Okay. RAB is 8. RAC is 14. Sorry, with the new values, what are the correct values we got, we'll draw, and RBC is going to be with the corresponding value. So I have converted my star network into delta network, and you will see that the resistance values are not same, and they will not be same. Don't think the same values you get same values in the conversion formulas correct? So the same values will not get. Is this simple problem clear, converting star to delta?
Yes, sir.
Direct application of formula, that's all. Now note this problem and do it. We'll discuss tomorrow. So note this reverse problem, convert delta to star. So note this problem. We have only 2 minutes left. Maybe if you can answer, we can 2 minutes we can do, but you have any other class after this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Drawing, sir.
Okay, fine. Then note down the problem. We'll discuss the answer tomorrow. Please note down the values. RAB is 300, RAC is 200, RBC is 100. So with these three values, convert the delta into star and draw the diagram. Okay, we'll check the answer. We'll start from this problem tomorrow, check the answer, and then we'll proceed with the next topic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Any queries so far in today's class?